Hi guys, it is December 7th, the full moon, so let's jump into it. I did bring some cards today because I felt called, so we'll see what comes up and what I'm hoping to hear is the intention or collective goal of this healing. What we're going to be working on today and what's going on in the collective. So, let us begin. I'm going to draw 3 cards, and I don't have a lot of space, so. Deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, and be held. Okay. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. And lastly, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Okay, and then I always love the Inquire Within deck. You guys have seen me use a dozen times. So, I'll shuffle these up while... yeah, I feel very in tune with this message thus far. We'll see if this adds any more layers to it. There's a lot of change going on in my life, and I'm sure in their lives as well. And clarity of mind. Okay, so today it looks like we're working on, you know, the classic full moon let go. That is still applying here. I feel like the longer I do these, the more I see similar patterns come up. And of course, every full moon we're talking about letting go, releasing what no longer serves, so on and so forth. And that can feel kind of redundant if we talk about it every single month. However, it seems that every single month there is a level of that. There's letting go to a degree somewhere in your life. And that's going to continue this month. So let's use this time together as a place of deep replenishment. So retreat, rest, be held. Get into a place that feels supportive. So if you're sitting or lying down, if that feels supportive, if it's going out into nature, depending on what the weather is like. I know here it's kind of wet. I don't know if that's your jam, go sit outside, or just be someplace that feels supportive. So if that's just laying in your bed and relaxing, do that. We all collectively, myself included, need to ask the question, what is not aligned or needs to change? So there could be, you know, again, we're always talking about, is it the job? Is it the relationship? Is it a financial pattern or some other, you know, deep-rooted pattern? Is it a situation that has been plaguing you that's continued? Like, what do you need to let go of, right? So instead of just thinking, okay, what am I trying to let go of? Let's think about what is in alignment or not in alignment. And when you're leaning into that question, that can feel broad if you're not used to that terminology or that way of talking. I know when I first started out my spiritual journey and someone talked about holding space or dropping in or those types of phrases were very foreign to me, and I was like, I don't even know what that means. So being in alignment is feeling something and asking whether this feels good to me or not. So if you are in a situation and doing something on a regular basis, let's, you know, whatever that may be, and it feels bad every time you're doing it, then that's something that is out of alignment if it is feeling bad. And where does it feel bad? It could feel bad in your throat. It could feel bad in it's going to feel bad somewhere in your body. All right. It's not necessarily like a mental thing of like, I don't want to do this. For instance, on the way here, I was like, there are so many other things that I need to do today instead of doing this. But that was like the mental chatter that was happening in my brain. because once I arrive here, this feels good to me. Being in this space feels good in my body. And I can feel the stuff that's coming up that needs to be released for me. So if you made it to this place, if you thought to yourself before this, God, I really don't want to do this month. I don't really want to do this right now. And you still made your way here. Kudos, because that is kind of a mind versus body situation. So where are you not aligned? What needs to change? And going into this is kind of a result. So these build on each other. The cards do. It's transformation. There are things changing at a cellular level, and deep healing is happening. So you're finding out what's not in alignment, right? You're in a held space so that you can ask these questions, and you're going to find that you are changing on a cellular level. Now, what does that mean? Changing on a cellular level. Have you been sick lately? I know I have. I still have a little bit of something in my throat. Stuff coming out, right? I have seen this message in multiple places, that there is change happening on a cellular level. So are you sick? Have you been sick? Are things happening and changing around you after going through a period of illness? And it doesn't have to be the flu or some other, take you out for three days or a week, type of thing. But I challenge you to look at the parts of your body or the symptoms that are coming up that could reflect deeper meaning. Okay, so there's a wonderful book by Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, and she has kind of a directory in the back that says, okay, if you're having this problem, this physical ailment, this is potentially the mental pattern or the emotional pattern that got you into the situation. And I'm not saying this is always going to apply, because sometimes you're just sick, right? And sometimes there's no other meaning, or even if there is another meaning, it's not helpful to know what that is. All right, so take this all with a grain of salt. Like, this is not, oh, you got yourself into the situation. This is reflecting on patterns, whether it be mental, emotional, spiritual patterns, that are in your cellular being, that are changing and shifting right now, and you are witnessing it as it comes up. And if it is helpful to you to look up what the meaning is, because I know I have an easier time accepting something when I have a why, or when I have some sort of something to anchor to, in terms of like, why am I suffering? Like, what is the meaning of this? Why are you, like, you get into the spiral, of course, when you're sick. That's easier to get there. So is it a fever that comes up for you? Are you having a fever? I had a fever for 3 days straight over Thanksgiving. What does that mean? Fevers are anger. If you're having problems with certain organs in your body, then there's another book about emotional healing that, again, takes the different organs of your body and what the emotional patterns are that you can release. Having things wrong with your bladder, for instance, if you're having recurrent bladder infections, then you may be having trouble letting go. That's kind of that emotion of having difficulty letting go is anchored in the bladder. And if you're having problems with that, then you may be having bladder infections. Okay, so this is just the tip of the iceberg. Those are all some things that you could potentially look up and investigate about yourself, just so that maybe once you're on the other side of it, you can retroactively look back and say, okay, I can see what I was going through, or I can see where I was subconsciously healing on a deeper level. The last card here is clarity of mind, and this is something where I think, at least for me personally, the clarity of mind is not always there in the moment. And in some cases, you just have to let go of the need to know why until you're on the other side of it, and then you can look back. And if you are in a situation right now where you're like, I don't know why this is happening to me, then perhaps looking things up is not going to be helpful. And you are in a place of just looking for what is in alignment with your body. So just looking for the things that feel better, doing things that make you feel even just an inkling amount better, doing that. And that's going to look different for everybody. Just think about what is the thing that is going to help. At least it feels good in your body when you think about doing it. And it doesn't have to be physical activity. It could be asking for help. It could be, finding out, like reaching out to someone and asking for support. Maybe that feels better. Maybe you're at a place where you're like, I can't do this anymore on my own. So reaching out and getting support or getting help from someone outside yourself feels good. It could just be changing the way that you're eating, drinking more water, getting more sleep, yada, yada. You understand where I'm going with this. But finding the way to make yourself feel just marginally better. Okay. So today, this is not going to be a complicated one. I know that may have felt complicated. It maybe not. I don't know. This is going to be about deep healing and relaxation, about transformation and feeling supported. So wherever you are, and this one, I'm seeing you nesting in. So if you have a space, maybe it's a big comfy chair, maybe it is your bed, but whatever that place is where you can nest in, blanket, pillows, warmth, light your, incense candle, put your oils on, get your favorite crystal, nest into whatever space makes you feel held, and allow this to facilitate that change on the cellular level that we talked about. And if you are feeling things come up, let it just ride the waves. If you are not feeling anything in particular, just know that it's helping on some level. And just being peaceful and still for whatever amount of time this is going to take, because I don't like to time myself on these, just sort of let it flow. Just let it be. And if something comes up, I'll move the energy through and out. Yeah. So let yourself get nested. I'm going to take a drink of water. Maybe you want to get up, pause this for a minute and get yourself a drink of water. I haven't said that recently, but make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to put on all of this one incense. Maybe this is a good time to just go take a rejuvenating bath. Get some salts, some Epsom salts in some bath water, and just relax in warm water. Maybe that's what will be helpful to you. All right. Once you've found yourself in that supported space, I want you to breathe with me. Breathing in, out. Breathe in and out. One more time. In and out. Take a deep cleansing breath. Exhale fully. Pause for a moment. Feel any sensations in your body. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you for being with me here today. I hope that was grounding, replenishing, and healing in whatever way you need it. I look forward to seeing you next month. I love you. Bye.